It's been a long journey. There's been 11 tribes of lemmings that have successfully journeyed through all of the trials and tribulation of their terrible trap-filled island in order to seek their ark and escape from the darkness of desolation. So now it is time for one final tribe to make it to the end, and it is the sports tribe. So welcome to this Let's Play of Lemmings to the Tribe. Welcome to the home stretch. So yeah, apart from having this level title being about this good old phrase in French, which is Ceci n'est pas une pipe, this is not a pipe, because hey, you see this level is full of pipes. Okay. But yeah, this is not your typical intro level because this one is absolutely going to want to gouge your eyes out with a fork. Because of this little complication here. There cannot be more than one lemming that jumps onto a springboard at once, and there are times where the lemmings on their way downward here are just going to miss the springboard altogether, so it's pretty much impossible to get through this section without losing any lemmings. So at the very least, we're just going to go forward and see what exactly are the numbers that we're looking at for this level. How many lemmings are we allowed to lose in order to make it through this level? Right now, we're gonna lose 4. I mean, 3 have died, but then I have one final lemming which is stuck between a rock and a hard pipe, I guess. So yeah, I guess stay tuned for the brand new hot sport of the day, aka golfing with rocks. But yeah, this all sucks because there's absolutely no room for any kind of improvisation or anything because of the very limited skill palette that you have. You have 3 flamethrowers and a bomber, and that's all that you get. If you make a mistake, then too bad, you have to restart everything. So, do I need to remind you, that was a sparkling performance means we ended up losing 1 lemming over the threshold of the required gold standard. So, we were actually close. We're allowed to lose 3 lemmings on this level, but yeah, we already failed. It's just, this whole level is about putting this bomber in the right place, and there's no rhyme or reason as to whether it all works or not. Sometimes you're just going to fuck up at the beginning like that. This level is just chaos incarnate. I mean, you don't want this thing to be in your way, but it is, and it doesn't understand any kind of reason or whatever. It's just there in order to taunt you. I'm evil as a motherfucker, and you cannot do anything about it. And I'm gonna make it so that
everything about your life is gonna suck.
I mean, there's been a couple of times where I was at 56 lemmings, but apart from that, I have never been that close. It's just, God, I hate everything about this. And there are times where all of your lemmings end up being trapped here, and if it happens, too bad, they're staying here forever! I hope you enjoy sports, because holy shit, they're freaking awful! That last attempt was like the closest that I got to victory, but the final lemming was stuck behind the golf ball, just like last time. It's just this entire level is nothing but deja vu. But the deja vu here is just your beloved one falling down the stairs and breaking their neck while there's a happy clown that is just staring at everything and go, oh, ho, ho, your parents just fell down the stairs. Oh my goodness, I am a funny fellow. Oh my god. So yeah, here is the one thing that I did not do all this time. Try to bomb toward the right. And is it finally gonna be the time where it works? Oh my god, it is! Oh my god! Okay, this level is finally over, holy shit! Yeah, I don't think we need to re-see all of that again, but I still need to see these 57 lemmings going to the exit, while I just say, oh my god, this level is garbage! What the hell was that? How was that for an introduction? It's just, wow. And the shitty thing about this level is that compared to other levels that allowed you casualties, generally these lemmings died for a good cause. Like they were required to die for the solution to work. They had they were just martyrs and everything. But here, they just died because there were like 2 or 3 of them falling on a trampoline at once. It just... ugh, fuck this level. I hate it. So yeah, in the meantime, let's go back to a level that's actually sensible and fun for a change, because at least there are, you know, things that you have control over in this level, which is definitely a good change of pace. So it's a really tiny level. Again, not entirely sure why you have 9 minutes in order to do that, but yeah, I guess we might need the extra time just in order to get our 2 lemmings down here to the exit as well. There are better ways in order to do this. We're probably gonna delve onto it a little bit later whenever we'll be done salvaging this train wreck in order to show you that, well, if it happens, then don't despair, because you can still leave this accursed place. At this point, I'm just using all of my fillers in order to ensure that I can shoot the rope all the way up there without any kind of problem. I probably don't even need that many to begin with, but at this point, I did not want to risk anything. If anything, we're going to run the risk fairly soon into this one tribe, so let's just enjoy some peace and quiet. We had a level that actually was good compared to the other one, which was just a freaking freight train of garbage. So yeah, something that you can also do into this one level, well, if you are very good with the twister, it's possible to just get your lemmings immediately on the top layer without any kind of problems, but yeah, I guess at this point, this is not even like a better solution, but it's a different one, and I kinda like showing alternate solution to level, and this is definitely something that this level will allow you to do, so hooray! So, for people who did not know this, I used the scooper in order to free my lemmings, which ended up falling into the leftmost pit. It's possible that you will not have anybody fall onto it, but yeah. It did not happen here today. Okay, so yeah, you didn't even need that much liquid. Now we have video proof of this. Just fill up the little required pit over here, and after that, everything is hunky-dory. Ah, there we go. A fun level which doesn't actually give you a headache and is reasonably easy to do while not being too easy neither. So, all in all, a pretty nice level. Definitely a better second impression after level 1. Alright, now are you ready for the Octathalon? Yep, it's that good old Olympic event where people partake into showing who's the best at all of these sports. Running, jumping, and oh my god, what is this runner doing? My god, these are the spikes of doom here. For some unknown reason, if you try to get a lemming ahead by using a runner, yeah, this is what happens. Somehow they end up doing that little hop because they detect that there's a gap here, but somehow, no, I don't understand what happened here. Also, whoops, I've been a little overzealous here. I did not want 2 lemmings to go over here, but that's okay because sports is always rife with danger. So, like level 2 has been, this level is also mostly easy. I mean, it definitely looks way more intimidating for sure, but it's still not really what I'd call a hard level. But it also has the good old benefit of allowing a whole lot of different ways in order for you to get there. So with the platformer here, you'll want to make a bridge that will land on one of those blocks that are in the air, because otherwise they are definitely not gonna survive that drop all the way here. So yeah, let's go and look back again at the Octathalon. Alright, so we have running and jumping, which is definitely expected for an Olympic event, but then we have bridge building, diving, which is kind of funny because lemmings don't know how to swim, but hey, whatever. I guess that just gives the lifeguards things to do. I don't know, I'm just trying to see the positive in here, but it's kind of a gloomy positive. And then there is the Olympic sport of hopscotch, as well as playing contrabass, because yeah, that's the instrument that's being played in this one tribe. And finally, yeah, the Olympic sport of magic carpets. I mean, this is definitely my favorite sport for sure. And finally, there is the sport of pouring cement on the floor. Yeah, another very unknown sport, but one that definitely deserves your respect nonetheless. So But yeah, there's a lot of different paths that you can take into this one level. You kind of just end up following all of those little holes onto the floor. We're going to replay that level again just in order to show another path that you can take into this one level, because that is definitely the kind of level which is fun for replay value. And here we go. Now this time it's a completely risk-free endeavor with a single lemming going on along in order to prepare the path. Whenever you're devising a path for this one level, you just have to remember, none of your skills here will break through walls or anything, so make sure that, well, you know, you pick up the right skills in order to do the things that need to be done. Also, okay, I mean, that lemming tried to be an Arabian Tarzan, and it almost ended very miserably, but thankfully they have much sturdier legs until this one installment of the game. I mean, by then we've pretty much went through all of the big obstacles. There's no other things that we need to avoid if we want to take an alternate path, so that's okay. Contrabassman is just going to hop until the cows go moo. But yeah, the other path is just to use your platformer in order to bridge this tiny hole here. And there we go, the lemmings are just headed straight for the exit without any kind of hassle whatsoever. So all in all, this is actually an easier path than having to bridge through all of the water pit, as well than that other gap that you have to bridge through in order to get to the upper ledge. But hey, here we go. Now this level went without any kind of hassle, and all of our lemmings are going to reach the exit safe and sound without any kind of problem. Wait, where's the last guy? I'm sorry, Lemming, but that's not the circus tribe here. What are you doing? Okay, I have to say that had no reason to crack me up, but it still kind of does.
Racketeers!
Okay, I'm sorry, but I mean, am I alone in thinking that this will be an awesome band of superheroes that just end up, you know, solving crimes while practicing sports? But yeah, this level has a lot of rackets lying all over the place. Also this multi-dimensional ring which has a whole lot of holes in it. And finally, there's lots of walking. I mean, that's definitely the central and focal theme for this one installment. So common sense will dictate that we use a shimmier there, but forget about that. Whenever we can run, we can run. Or run and jump, but hey. I like this level just because it's one of those levels that definitely has a chance to showcase our runners and actually awesome skill in this game. I mean, no lying, it's really the good stuff. But now, here's where the level kinda, you know, loses all pretense of being, you know, kind of fun and enjoyable, because yeah, I mean, right now we're actually going to skip through things a little bit more here. You have absolutely no reason to do what I just did, but essentially I'm just saving about a minute of this runner's time, but suffice to say, he's not in any kind of hurry in order to get his job done. Our lemmings are all the way stuck here. Now they're finally being delivered to the end of the level, but even then we're still looking at what I'd say is about a 2 or 3 minute walk here, because the lemmings are of course going to wander all over this side of the map, and I don't really think there's a way in order to speed up things, because yeah, that racket doesn't really block things, so yep. No way in order to turn your lemmings the easy way apart from them walking all the way there, down the steps, and then finally back again. Would have been fun if that was actually part of the level, but yeah. Other than that, yeah, this is essentially just lengthening the entire process. But hey, you could maybe speed up things by assigning 2 jumpers in order to jump over the pool table, and finally in order to jump against the wall, and therefore turning direction and immediately head for the flagpole. But all in all, none of the solutions are really fun. It's still gonna be a whole lot of walking, and therefore this all kind of peters out after the successful athletic display of the runner. But hey, at least we are definitely doing sports now. Oh, speaking of sports, here's my favorite sport, aka the steam pipe blowing, because, yeah, this level is all about the steam pipes. Also, by the way, this level, as well as the first level of this tribe, are not present in the SNES version whatsoever, because they could not actually, put the steam pipes into the SNES version, because apparently this version could not handle them at all. Yes, thank God, because they suck. But hey, at least this one level, I guess, is kinda neat, because at least you do something kinda creative with the steam. Because you see, you have a switch here, and it will shut off the steam. You need to turn off the steam in order to finish the level, but the drawback is that, of course, without steam, your lemmings are just gonna die as they exit the gate. So, yeah, you gotta wait for all of your lemmings to have successfully ridden their way through the steam current, and then you can work on getting to the end of the level using your skills. There's an exit on the lower right portion of the level, but ignore it. It's a trap. You have no means in order to get to it with the skills that you have, so just forget that it exists altogether. The intended exit is all the way up here. Of course, the reason why you need to shut off the steam pipe to begin with is that if you don't do that, you're just gonna end up being blown up into tennis ball land, and if you walk under them, you get squashed. So that'll be it for this update. Stay tuned for double trouble as we're gonna hand the sports tribe. And Lemmings too as well.